Bitcoin dropped 1,000 points, slightly more than that, right after the Fed announcement of 25 basis point hike. I'm not worried at all. You know why that is? Okay, it dropped 1,000 points, but that always happens. That always happens after they announce any kind of rate hike. Because what happens is they announce the rate hike, the treasuries adjust up, and there's some money inflow, outflow, and that has to adjust. So if you look at like whenever they raise the rates, the next day, unless the rates are coming in lower than expected, they always basically jostle the markets down a little bit, even if it's priced in or as is expected. 25 basis points was the expected rate hike. And therefore, like there was no movement up or down, but just the rates going up means the treasuries actually went up a little bit, at least on the short term, and there's some money flowing into treasuries. But I don't think it has any kind of long-term effect. I actually believe that by this time tomorrow or Friday, we're probably going to go back up to 28,500, and we could even go higher. Even if we have a temporary retrace to like 26, 25,000, I do think we'll bounce back up and pass 30,000 sometime next week. Like the one thing that could actually stop this like bulldozer from bulldozing to higher prices has actually passed, and that was the rate hike. Ironically, the bank failure definitely helped crypto because it stopped the rate hikes. They're coming up with different strategies like choke point 2.0 right now to choke off all the liquidity. But since crypto is not only in the United States, and they haven't quite choked off Coinbase's liquidity on-ramps, and the lawsuit of the SEC against Coinbase is actually against their staking program, not against their actual trading platform. Kraken is looking for another banking solution for ACH. So there's some problems obviously coming in with crypto, especially in the United States, but because it's international, it doesn't have a full-on effect. It's only for US residents, and there is money outside the United States. And I think like China coming on board with crypto and them starting to make money from crypto will make American politicians actually kind of nervous in the next year or two. So I do think the policy shift is going to happen very, very soon. But I'm not really nervous about like this sudden crypto price drop, about 1,000 points, because that's really just the adjustment period after the treasuries raise. And some money flows into treasuries because of increased short-term treasury rates. So that's kind of what I think right now. So I am not worried at all about this. I think it'll all go back to normal very, very, very soon. And like I'm kind of waiting for it to just basically all go back to normal as well, because I do believe we'll be at 35, 40,000, and crypto will be looking like a more and more lucrative market at that point, because people are kind of seeing it as a hedge against inflation, just like gold and just like silver, and they'll find other ramps onto crypto. And I do think like people in Europe and people in other places will actually find more ways to come onto crypto. And I do think politicians in the United States will become more and more friendly towards it as they see money flow out. I mean, we got a couple of states that are actually looking at like pro Bitcoin laws, like banning the CBDCs and stuff like that. So there's a lot of like discrepancies within the United States itself. So, and even the White House's report scathing to crypto as it was basically acknowledged that Bitcoin and crypto was actually here to stay. And they're just talking about how to regulate it, but I don't think they can control it. And I think they're starting to realize they can't control it. And not all the courts are actually on the SEC side either. So there's a lot of interesting stuff going on, but I am not letting this like slight slide in price actually like scare me off into thinking there's going to be a bigger dump, because I don't think like, we're going to bounce back at 28,000 or something. We were already above it. And I do think we're heading straight to basically 30 next week. I definitely can be wrong. Like I'm just guessing like anyone else, but look, based on like the news and like what's happened in the last few weeks, I feel like that's where we're actually going. So, let me know what you think, like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button, and I will see you guys later.